is Rick Kasalich, injury specialist from exercisesforinjuries.com. In today's video, what I wanted to go through are 4 easy psoas stretches. Now, Alex is going to demonstrate the exercises or stretches, and I'll kind of highlight the details of them. And Alex is going to move into the first one. Good. So the first one is prone leg back. Now, how this works is you're lying down on your stomach, you have your arms overhead, you're resting your head into your hands so that your neck's in a really good position. Your rest of your body's in good alignment. You're going to tighten up the abdominal area. You're going to lift one leg up. So trying to lift it to a point where your thigh's off the mat and then back down. Then you're going to switch to the other side and back down. What you don't want to do is have too much movement in your lower back. So if you bring your leg really high, you'll have to accommodate with your back and your hip. And we don't want that in pelvis. So we just want to bring it up to a point where it really isolates the hamstrings and glutes, and you're getting a light stretch in the front of the hip, targeting the psoas. Okay, now looking at the sets, reps, time, and intensity for this one. Sets are 1, repetitions would be 5 on each side, so alternating back and forth. Time, smooth controlled movement with a good stop at the end position. And the intensity for this one is light, and the purpose, as I mentioned, you're trying to stretch out the front of the hip. Okay, that's the first stretch. Now moving on to the second one. Okay, good. So it's prone knee on roller. So how this is working, as you can see with Alex, you've got the foam roller, you're going from just above the knee, you're gonna roll through up into the hip area, good, and then coming back down again to above the knee. Good. So you're going to do 5 repetitions on one side, and the repetition is up the thigh and back down the thigh, and then you're going to switch over to the other side. Now, looking at the sets, reps, time, and intensity for this one, sets are 1, repetitions are 5, so 5 on one side, then switching over to the other side and going through another 5 repetitions. The time, smooth controlled movement with a quick stop at the end position. Intensity, we're looking at moderate intensity. You want to put some weight into that quad and into that hip area in order to self-massage the muscle so that it will loosen up and lengthen and relax. And going from the intensity, kind of the purpose is, just like I mentioned, we're working on self-massaging the quad and the hip in order to get it to relax and loosen up that hip area where the psoas is. Okay, now moving on to the third one. Good, with this one, it's a lunge stretch. And how this breaks down is you're moving into like a 90-90 position. So you're 90 degrees in the front leg at the ankle, knee, and the hip, and then the back leg, ankle, knee, and the hip. You got hands on the hips. You're going to tighten up the abdominal area. You're going to bring the hips forward. And you're looking for a stretch in that front of the thigh hip area. Good. Now looking at the sets, reps, time, and intensity for this one. Sets are 1, repetitions are 2, so you're alternating back and forth. Time is 20 seconds. Intensity is light. This is a static stretch. And the purpose of this stretch is to stretch out the front of the hip, targeting that quadricep, but also that psoas muscle. Okay, now moving to the fourth and final stretch. Good. So it's reverse lunge with overhead reach. So as Alex is, you're standing nice and upright, head, shoulders, hips, and legs. You're going to take a step back. You're going to bring that back knee down. While you bring that back knee down, bring the arms overhead. Good. And then back down, moving back to standing and going to the other side. Now looking at the sets, reps, time, and intensity for this one, sets would be 1, repetitions would be 2, and you're alternating back and forth, so twice on each side. Time, smooth controlled movement with a good stop at the end position. At the end position, you're holding it for 20 seconds. Intensity is light because we're looking at a static stretch. And the purpose of this is really to target the psoas muscle. So we start off with the first exercise, like the prone leg back. That's working around the psoas muscle. We did the prone leg on roller. That's working more around the psoas muscle. And then with the lunge stretch, we've targeted it more. And then with the fourth one, we've really targeted that psoas muscle. Okay, so if you have a tight psoas, you're looking for some great exercises to stretch out the psoas, give those 4 a go. Now, if you're suffering from hip pain or hip tightness, what I recommend you do is click right here. I have a brand new free report called 5 tips and tricks that fight hip pain and tightness. Just click right here, let me know where to send it, and I'll send it to you right away. Now, if you're watching this on a mobile device, tablet, or smartphone, head down below in the description and click the first link, which will be exercisesforinjuries.com/hips. Let me know where to send you that report, and I'll send you that report right away. Now, if you've got benefit from this video, make sure to like this video. If you have a question or comment for me, leave it down below in the comments section. And lastly, hit subscribe to get future pain relieving videos.